Hey everyone, you know I'm all about being on the ground, and I'm going to be authentic with you. This is something that happened a bit over 3 weeks ago. I'm fine now, I recovered, but essentially I got scoped in Colombia. I was kidnapped for a number of hours, and then I disappeared for a bit over 36 hours. The criminals used my Face ID, my PIN, my 2FA, all of that to get access to some of my personal bank accounts and take some money. And I eventually woke up in some public hospital, not all bruised up, not remembering anything whatsoever. Scopolamine is a drug based on a plant that is found in Latin America, and essentially people put it in your drink, in your food, or they can also blow it in your face. I've talked about cartel activity in the past in Mexico, and this is something that happens in Colombia. Unfortunately, happened to me. Does it mean that I'll stop going to Colombia? Absolutely not, but it's just something that you need to be aware of. And what you're gonna watch now is a video with my lawyer, Alan, in Colombia, and we're discussing the case. We can't go into too much detail because there's an ongoing investigation, but yeah, I'm fine. Had some stitches and stuff here, so I'll probably have a scar for a while in the next videos. So I don't know, I'll have to address this or not. I'll see how it develops. Hello everyone from beautiful Medellin. In case you didn't notice, I got scoped. I'm here with my attorney, Alan, who's helping me through the whole process. So Alan, you have quite a few clients that get scoped here in Medellin. It's not just a Colombian thing. It's originally from Colombia, but it's now all over Central America. It's in big time in Barcelona. It's in Miami. It can happen at a bar near you. Essentially, I was with friends at a bar for a birthday and someone put something in my drink. And then I disappeared for close to 48 hours?
Oh yeah. Let me tell you how I saw this whole thing from my perspective. And then let's talk to these guys about, what it means, what to do about it, and all that. So here's how it went down for me. And you might not see this on his website immediately, but Ladislas was here literally in my apartment 6 days ago, I want to say. Maybe 2 days before this happened to him. We recorded some content. We said hello. We chatted for a little bit, and that was it. And then you were off to do your thing. The day that I heard about this, do you know how it happened? Do you know what happened? You ever know? So here's what happened. It's like 5:10 a.m. local time. I usually get up around 5:30, right around there. And I just, like every one of us, we take our phone and we're looking, and I'm looking at my WhatsApp feed, and I have like 6 separate messages from different people. And there's this person I don't even know who happens to be your wife. And everyone is worried because they haven't heard from you. And everyone is just thinking the worst. And everyone's calling me because not only am I your lawyer, our law firm is fairly well known. Because we're so prominent, we just happen to have experience and stuff like this, unfortunately. So basically, it was me in my underwear managing sort of this situation, trying to calm down your family, your friends, and all that. It was just nuts. And we were like DEFCON 5 for a while, then 4, then 3, then we were like at 1. And right around 9 o'clock in the morning, when we were ready to kind of just go all out, and all out really meant like, let's fully go straight to all the decision makers in Colombia, politicians, police, just key people, which is usually the go-to for something like this. You show up, not here, but where you were staying.
Yeah.
And I hear that news, and everyone just breathes this huge sigh of relief, because in a second we'll talk about it, but this could have gone a different way. Now you tell us a little bit of what happened, and how did this happen? What do you remember?
I remember having drinks, and then at some point I remember falling down, and then at some point I remember being in a hospital where they're doing a head scan of me. And then I remember at some point waking up screaming because they're doing stitches.
Oh, Jesus.
And then on the Monday morning, and I was out Saturday night, right? And on the Monday morning, 2 ladies come and just take me out of the hospital. I was never given a bill or anything. I was treated for free. And then they brought me back to where I'm staying.
Wow.
To lovely ladies who had initially found me, it turned out, on the street somewhere. I had, again, fallen down. But what the perpetrators did was take my private phone, my personal phone, and use Face ID, all of that, to access a bunch of my bank accounts. So I've been spending all week with all the banks trying to secure everything. We're still trying to count the damage. It's not too bad. I don't know. I can't put a full figure on it because we haven't assessed everything, but it'll be between 30 and 50K.
I have a question for you. So, you know, you're obviously a pretty savvy guy. You travel all the time. Colombia, I mean, even though this happened here, is by far not the most dangerous place on the planet. It really isn't.
No.
You've been in worse places, as I understand it. So how do you think this could have happened and why? Like, how did it work this way for you? You being so sophisticated, knowing about your surroundings and all that, what do you think happened here?
I had a beer bottle and I covered it with my finger.
Okay, so okay, got it.
Somehow in the supply chain, it went in there.
Got it.
Or again, this thing also gets blown into people's faces.
Right. So some background from people, and you guys can just Google this, you'll see it. This substance is really strange. It induces this weird state where you could be conscious, you can actually be alert or appear to be alert. You're interacting with the world, with people, but you're no longer in control of of yourself.
So if someone tells you, give me your phone, let's make this transaction, then you might just do it.
Right. And it sounds as crazy as that, really. What I'm getting at is, you know, you're a pretty wise, sort of savvy traveler guy, and this could happen to pretty much anyone. It's very important. It's not just Medellin. It's just in some of these places, you want to be in a position where you're with people you know, you're not with people you don't know, and you're very careful as much as you can be on a regular basis. So that's a very big point I want to make there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm 39. I've been traveling full-time really since the age of 18. Went to probably some of the world's most dangerous places, and nothing. I never got robbed. I never had anything. You know, eventually statistics catch up with you.
Yeah.
That's it.
I think this is probably that.
And is this going to stop me from going to the bar in Medellin? Like, no.
No.
You know, absolutely not. Like, am I going to stop coming to Colombia? Absolutely not. It's just, it's lesson learned and move on. Let's discuss the process from a legal point of view, how things go forward. Because as your lawyer is working on my case, I had an initial thinking of what went down, but as he's working on it, we're seeing that it's actually quite different.
Right. Well, and that goes to your state of mind and where you were a couple of days ago, right? So that's why it's important to start with what these guys are doing, which is, I don't want to get too much into the weeds, but for stuff like this, you want to be in a position to understand the facts. Because one thing is what you think, and another thing is like the actual hard facts. And everything starts with a chronology, right? So our team is building a pretty comprehensive chronology as to where you were, who you were with, building it with digital fingerprints, photos, whatever we can get our hands on to understand exactly what happened. That lets us know not only what happened, but why it happened and who it happened with, which is the big one.
Going into all the Google data, getting all the IP addresses, all of that, it's very, very detailed.
It's very detailed. So the first thing is we need to build a timeline, because what you don't want to do in a place like Colombia is just what maybe you and I would do. Like, you'd be doing this in Europe, and maybe I'd definitely be doing this in the US. I'd just go to the police station, file a police report.
We still haven't been to the police, and it's been, what, 5 days, 4 days?
We haven't done that yet. But there are strategic reasons in this case not to just automatically jump the gun. There are particular strategic steps that you want to take before you go all out on that. There will be at some point some filing, obviously. To me, the most important thing here, other than your health, right, is to figure out what your outcome is going to be. Unfortunately, we're not, as I mentioned earlier, we're not ignorant to this issue. We've had any number of clients that have become victims. And I want to be clear here. So if I'm in New York, I'm in Chicago, I'm in, I don't know, even London, crime happens all the time, right? It's just that it's a different type of crime. The stuff that happens in New York is going to be different than the stuff that happens in Colombia. And this is just one of those kind of sexy things that people could potentially focus on. But it's just a different type of crime. But anyway, I think that the focus here is, unfortunately, that we have enough experience now. I had an interview recently with the Rolling Stone magazine, and I told them very directly, this has become very visible the past several years, but not because it's happening a whole lot more necessarily. It's because Medellin is now in focus. It's this destination that everyone goes to. This was happening 20 years ago.
I mean, it was a cool party. I was having
Can't
a lot
you
of
see?
fun.
I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, yeah, of course.
It's a fun place. I mean,
the point is, this is now the center of Latin American culture. Medellin is the center. And people keep on coming, and so this stuff just gets magnified and whatever. The bottom line is, whenever this happens, what we want to do is figure out what the outcome is going to be. I have clients that all they want is to get their money back. And sometimes it's like, good luck, because of the way these guys operate, it's challenging. Others just want justice. They want to be heard. I have clients who don't ever want to report it. Ladislas, I want to commend you, because you're a pretty prominent guy, and this shows just what a great guy you are. I mean, this happened, you're owning up to it, and also you're showing your followers what you can do to mitigate it, right? I think it's a really honest, very sincere way to present not only your business, but just yourself. So I want to commend you for that. But again, it just depends on what the outcome you want to have. And it's literally us as lawyers sitting down with our clients and just asking, what do you want? And depending on what they want, we can then act upon that.
yeah, cool. Words of wisdom.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if you ever get scoped in Colombia, there's a link below. And can you tell us a little bit about all your brochures for residency and real estate transactions here in Colombia?
Sure. So as background, even though we focus on the stuff for obvious reasons, our main focus is just the standard business law firm stuff. So you got the standard real estate investment stuff that we do, property development, business registrations, business expansion into the country, accounting, corporate accounting, and personal for obvious reasons. Pretty much anything that a foreign investor would need.
Yeah, and
in the jurisdiction
services.
Absolutely.
So there are links below to all of Alan's services, and you can get brochures. So Alan, again, thank you so much for waking up at 5 a.m. in your underwear to talk to my wife.
Yeah, no worries. That sounded strange, but I was there for you. I was there for you, Luis. I just want to make sure you knew that. It's all good. Take care, guys.
Make sure to download my free ebook, 12 Mistakes to Avoid When Investing in International Real Estate, which you can find on my website, linked below. And feel free to follow me on Instagram @TheWandering Investor. I look forward to hearing from you.